Welcome to Silver Age Sleuthing. This is a project I've been pondering for a little while now. I really enjoy my classic Marvel comics, but sometimes they get kinda weird, and you'd be surprised at all the trivial tidbits that have become ironic, outdated, or just unintentionally funny over the last several decades. And since we're still hot on the heels of Avengers Infinity War, let's start off this series with 4 characters that didn't appear in that movie, because that's a surefire way to draw in the views. But whatever, their movie rights might be held by Fox, but they are still Marvel's first family, so let's take a look at some of the things you might not know about Fantastic Four #1. The first tidbit that's been somewhat lost to history is who exactly is responsible for convincing Ben Grimm to take that ill-fated trip up to space. Traditionally, Reed Richards bore the blame of their cosmic ray mishap, and while it was Reed's idea to go into space, it was actually his fiancée, Sue Storm, that bullied Ben into flying the ship. In fact, it seems that Ben has a bit of a thing for Sue, no pun intended. The first thing he tries to do after his mutation is murder Reed so Sue will like him more, because that's how that works. I would chalk this up to temporary madness from his brains literally turning into rocks, but this is behavior you'll see a lot from 1960s characters. He eventually calms down though, and I think this may be the first example in the Marvel Universe of somebody undercutting the dramatic moment. Reed's about to get into a cliched power and responsibility speech, and Ben is all, yeah, we got it, we're heroes now. So just remember, the next time you complain about an MCU movie being too irreverent, Marvel has been irreverent about superheroes since 1961. But now that the origin story is over with, it's time to hunt down the mysterious Mole Man. And while most people might know that he was the Fantastic Four's first foe, it's easy to forget that the iconic cover of Fantastic Four #1 is a lie. Mole Man doesn't attack New York City. Instead, the Fantastic Four fly out to Monster Isle, because of course Monster Isle would be a thing. Actually, that's not surprising at all. Remember, Marvel was just starting to reintroduce superhero stories in 1961. A much larger chunk of their output were Amazing Fantasies and Tales to Astonish, which had no shortage of giant monsters living in remote places. Which brings us to the very first battle that the Four would face as a team, a 3-headed nightmare creature on Monster Isle, and how is that never put in a movie? You want to know how to get a Fantastic Four movie franchise off the ground? You call it The Fantastic Four on Monster Isle. Anyway, after beating the monster, the team gets split up and Reed and Johnny are introduced to the Mole Man. And while Mole Man may seem like a joke character today, at the time the guy could move. This guy was Daredevil before Daredevil was Daredevil. Still, even a blind, short, ugly guy and his army of amazing-looking Jack Kirby monsters weren't enough for the combined might of 3 of the Fantastic Four. It would be a little while before Sue really figures out how to be useful. Nevertheless, they seal away Mole Man's minions and scoot off the island just before it blows up. And that is the end of the Fantastic Four's first adventure. So, did you learn something new about Marvel's first family? Let me know in the comments. Give it a like and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Next time we'll be taking a look at the Skrulls and the not-so-super origins of everybody's favorite insect-based superhero, so come check it out.